Hello again, I'm back, and I have a few things I would like to show you today. One of the first things I want to start with is something that I got in the mail. I hadn't planned on including this in my video, but it's so pretty I just wanted to show you. This is something I bought on eBay and I just wanted to show it to you. It's a necklace, and it has the most beautiful detail. We have the chain. It's kind of a burnished gold or an antique gold look to it. It's not old, it's just made to look that way. And it has these pieces. All of them are different. This one's really pretty. Looks like leaves and little berries and a little teardrop pearl and a rose. It's kind of a pinkish ivory color. And this pretty piece, it's round with a big rhinestone. And this one looks like little flowers. And this one is also round with the rhinestone in the middle. Here's another one that's teardrop shaped and a pink oval and little pearls. And in between them, as you can see, there are, it's kind of hard to get the color to show up, but in between them are these little tiny kind of purple rhinestones that I thought were so pretty. And I bought this, as I said, I bought this on eBay, and it took a while to get here. I bought this about a month ago, and it came from China. I think it was about $2 with free shipping. I have several that are similar to it. I just thought this one would be pretty with lighter colored items. And I have some earrings that are this color. They're big hoop earrings, and they would look really good with this. So I just wanted to show you that. I thought it was really pretty. So I'll put that away. But what I want to show you today, what I want to talk about, well, it involves a couple of things. It involves some peanuts. Stick with me here. I'm serious. A bread tie. So it's a metal flexible piece that's covered in some kind of almost like wax paper. And a pen. I'm from the South, P-E-N. I know it's pronounced pen, but you know, here we say pen. And you know from the context whether I mean like when we say an ink pen or a pen like a, you know, you stick, a sharp pen, P-I-N. It's a pen. Okay. I want to tell you about my first ASMR experience, or at least the first one I remember. I was about 5 or 6, and my mom had to do this craft for Bible school. She was my Bible school teacher at some point when I was little, at the church we used to go to, and she had to come up with a craft for the Bible school class to do during Sunday school. And she came up with this idea. I don't know if she found it in a magazine or what, but I asked her what we were going to do, and she said, well, I'll show you. And she had some peanuts on the kitchen table, and she had me sit down, and she stood right behind me, kind of like I'm doing with my phone right now, and she would take a peanut, and she was showing me what she was going to do. And I remember that I remember I felt so tingly, my scalp was tingling as she talked, because she was right beside my ear, and she was talking kind of softly and showing me step by step the craft, the little project that we were going to do in Sunday school. And I remember feeling so relaxed and just tingly. It went down my back, it went down my legs, and it was the most pleasant feeling. And I've never forgotten that, and that was the first time I can remember that I ever experienced what now is known as ASMR. And I was very young, and I wanted to show you today the craft that we did, that she showed me. And this was it's very special to me because it brings back a very happy memory. It's one of many of my experiences with ASMR. And of course, you know, I have other triggers as well, but that was the first one I can remember. I was very young. I might have been in kindergarten or first grade. Around the time I was 8, I had my first experience with misophonia, which I also have. Certain triggers have the opposite effect. If you are familiar with misophonia or know anyone who may have it, it's as wonderful as ASMR is. Misophonia is the opposite. It's very unpleasant, and I try to avoid those triggers whenever possible. But we don't want to talk about unpleasant stuff. We want to talk about happy stuff. So, I bought some peanuts, and this is some that I got out of the bag. I just grabbed some at random, and I don't think every one of these would work. You have to find a certain shape. So, we look through the peanuts to find the right shape. See, this is a funny looking little guy. He won't work. That could work. Oh, he'd work, but he's got a concussion. He's busted up. I don't want him. We'll go with this guy. Okay, so these are just peanuts in the shell. They're salted because I don't like unsalted peanuts, and eventually I'm going to eat these. Alright, so my mom, she was behind me, and she's holding this peanut, and I wasn't touching anything. She was just showing me with the first one what we were going to do. So she took her pen, and she said, "Okay, Mary, here's what we're going to do. This is going to be our little peanut man, and we're going to make little peanut people. So, you find a part that looks nice and flat, like this. You're going to take your pen, you make one little dot here, one little dot. And then you're going to make another little dot there. And you're going to draw him a happy face. Try to give him a happy little face, just like that. And then you're going to give him some buttons like he's wearing a shirt. 1 button, 2, and 3. There. Now after we do that, take our little peanut man and our bread tie. And these are flexible. You put it around his little neck like this. And we're going to try to get it even, both sides about the same length, like that. And then we're going to twist them together, like this. And then you can either lay them flat, kind of like he's wearing a little tie, or like a little scarf, or you can push them together, and it will look like a little bow tie, if you want to. And you could continue with your pen. You could draw him some hair, or you could give him more detail up here. Like, you can just draw some hair, make him look nice. Any way you like. You can give him all the detail you want to give him. Make him look good. Or you can take some paper or some cloth and make a little hat. However you want to do it. So that's what my mom did. And that was my first experience, and it was so wonderful. I didn't say anything to my mom. I didn't really know what to say. I had no idea what was happening. I just knew that it was wonderful, and I didn't want it to stop. And I have to say that even now, I get the best and the strongest tingles when I least expect them. Like if I'm out somewhere and I hear something, or I go into a store and I have someone show me something and they do it in the ASMR way, whether they know it or not. Those are the best tingles I get. And it's just, sometimes it's so strong I feel like I need to sit down. I feel like my knees are weak. But this was one of the best. It was the first time I remember experiencing it. So, I'm going to set him right in here. This is my little jar, a little bowl of peanuts. I had to buy a big bag to get these. They didn't have small bags, but that's okay. They won't go to waste. There are plenty of kids here that'll eat them. So, I've had this bowl forever. It's actually, it's a measuring, like a small, sort of a measuring, not a bowl, or a mixing bowl. But I use this for soup all the time because it's just the perfect size. It's not too big, it's not too small. You can heat it in the microwave. It's just wonderful. It's made of glass. Whenever I'm getting ready to have soup, this is what I grab. I use it a lot in the wintertime. And so we'll put that away for now. I'll show you a couple of other little things. These aren't really related to my first ASMR experience, but I thought while I had my camera out, or have my phone set up, I got a new tripod and I'm playing with it right now. It's not great, but it'll do for the time being. I've ordered a microphone and a different setup, and hopefully I can make better videos in the future, but for right now I'm limited to just my phone. So I have 2 straws still in the paper, and if I'm ever in a restaurant and I have a paper straw, I end up doing this, and it's almost a compulsion. If you leave your paper on the table, I'll do it to yours too. I can't just leave it there. What I will do, so you take the straw out, open it up, and take out your straw. So say you have this empty paper wrapper. If you just lay it on the table, I will grab it and pick it up. And sometimes I do it without even really thinking about it. I'll do it even while I'm talking to you. Flatten it out. Make it flat. You find the middle, which is right here. You fold it to a 90-degree angle. Make it nice and flat. And just sort of pinch it down. Now, it sort of looks like a V. And you take this piece and you fold it over and you press on it. And then you take, so now it looks like this. So you take this piece and you fold it over, and you're keeping this part square. See how it's kind of a square right here? You want to keep it that way, and you just keep folding it over and pressing. You fold it and you press. You fold it again and again and again. And you just keep going until you run out of paper. Okay. You don't have to do the very end if you don't want to. But basically, I've tried to keep it square. Now, you grab it on the corners and you pull it out, and it looks like a little spring. And if you bounce it, sometimes it'll, well, I don't think it'll work on carpet, but it'll bounce like a little spring, and I'll sit there at the table and drive people crazy just bouncing these little things. So, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'll show you one more time. I hope the paper crinkling isn't too loud. Honestly, sometimes after I make these videos, to me it doesn't sound very loud, but sometimes when I go back and watch, some of the other noises are a lot louder than I thought they would be. These loud noises sometimes kind of dominate the video, and it really irritates me. That's not what I want, and I'm hoping that my new setup, the stuff I've ordered, will help with that. Okay, so 90-degree angle in the middle, like that. You fold it over it looks like that. You fold it over again, trying to keep this part square. You know, in a restaurant, I never noticed how noisy this was because you have all that other background noise and stuff, and it doesn't sound that noisy. This is insane. This is really loud. You just keep folding until you run out. I did that one kind of fast. It's sloppy. So, and that's the way they will end up staying on the table. If I have a really good one, I'll sit there and play with it for a while until somebody gets frustrated and takes it away. Tells me to stop. Well, it's better than sitting there looking at my phone as far as I'm concerned. At least I'm still kind of listening. You don't really see it that way sometimes. So, okay, I'll put these away. And one more thing. This is gum paper that I saved. Let's see how many pieces I have. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I can still smell it. It was mint chocolate chip gum. It smells good. Actually, gum chewing is one of my triggers for misophonia, and I don't like to be around people when they chew gum. It really bothers me. I can't watch ASMR videos that have anybody eating or chewing. It's just, oh no, it has the opposite effect on me. But this is something my mom showed me one time. We were sitting in church. I think she was trying to keep me quiet. But she took a gum paper and she put her finger on the end about halfway, about to the middle, and she would wrap it around, holding it tight. You've probably done this. And you hold it, and then the end of your finger is about here. So you take it and you twist it like that. Just, you don't have to twist it really hard, just a little. And then you take this piece, the end piece, trying to keep this together. You take the end piece and try to flatten it out. I didn't do a very good job on this one, but you try to flatten it out. And then you have a tiny cup, a little cup. Isn't that cute? Like a little goblet. So there's one thing you can make with gum paper. How cute. And you can take another piece. And you can fold it like an accordion. Fold it over and press. Flip it over. Fold it again and press. And you just keep folding, trying to keep it straight. Which with gum paper is pretty easy because it's not super stiff and it doesn't really fight you back. You just keep going. Just like that. Then you take one end, doesn't matter which end, and you turn it up like that. And then you can open it up. And it makes a pretty little fan. Like that. So there's another thing you can make with gum paper. It's actually about all I know how to make with gum paper. I can attempt a paper airplane, but I'm not making any promises. Okay. I suppose you could do it either way. Let's do it this way. We'll do one this way and the other one the long way. And try to get them equal. It's about the same. So it almost looks like a little hat. Alright, so you fold it that way. And then you fold it over again to the middle and you press down. And you do the same to the other side. Now it kind of looks like a kite. Okay. Let's see. I could attempt to do it a third time, but I don't believe I'm going to. So then we take this top part and we fold it back. I'm almost wondering if I shouldn't have done it a third time, but that's okay. You fold it up, just like making a paper airplane. And then you kind of pinch the bottom. Press. You press down. And kind of shape it up a little bit. And look what we have. We have a little tiny airplane. Isn't it cute? So there's the third thing. Now I'm going to try the challenging part. I'm going to try to do it this way. I don't know how this is going to work. Okay, so you start out by folding it down to where it meets in the middle. And then you're going to fold it again. And this may not turn out very well at all. I'm no expert on this kind of thing. See, it's already lopsided. I don't know what I've done. Ooh, that's really terrible. Okay. Oh my. Okay, so we're going to fold it in half. We're just going to not worry about the fact that it's not even and probably wouldn't fly if my life depended on it. Oh, that's really bad. It's like I made it after a few beers or something. Okay, so here's this one. It's really cute. And I had one more thing I wanted to show you. Since this is all, well, it was sort of related to my, some of my experiences with ASMR. But I need to go get it, so I'll be right back. Well, unfortunately, I couldn't find what I was looking for. I have a whole collection of Bob Ross DVDs, and I wanted to show you some of my DVDs, and now I can't find them, which concerns me a little bit because I don't know where they are. But I did want to tell you that I am a huge fan. I am a huge fan of Bob Ross and the Joy of Painting. Bob Ross was another one of my first really strong triggers, and I'd watch him every time he came on if I was home. And I loved Bob Ross. He would trigger me every time. So since I don't have Bob Ross to show you, I'll just show you my pretty cool earrings that I wore today. And I think I've already showed you these, but they're especially cool. Maybe next time I'll know where my videos and my DVDs are, and I can show you. But my little man and I thank you for watching. He's waiting. And I hope that you find ASMR to be as rewarding and wonderful as I do. I certainly consider it one of the great things that I enjoy, and I wish everybody could experience it just once. It's so lovely, and it's just so relaxing and peaceful. And I thank you for watching my videos, and I hope that I can bring you some more good things, especially after I get my new microphone and everything. It should be much better quality than what I'm doing with my phone. So once again, I thank you very much. I hope you have a good evening. Bye-bye.